see if I can.
I should be feeling real tired and drained. You don't have no regular waters? Where's the regular snack the other day?
In the pantry.
Who drink hot water?
Some people, I always put some in the pantry and some in the refrigerator because some people like room temperature water.
That's spit.
Mm-mm.
Regular water.
It's right there by that. Yeah, it is. There's some Aquafina in there.
Shane, be careful with that bottle before you accidentally pop it open. That regular warm water is spit. That's what that is.
Girl, when I tell you, Madison and Gio about to worry me to death, girl. About this Memphis show, niece. Girl, we coming. Memphis, we coming.
You ever watch American Gods?
You knew you got to do a podcast. You just knew it.
He's not doing a podcast.
I could taste it in my bitter lips.
He's not doing a podcast.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not.
Tell.
This is not a podcast.
I can tell.
Go sit down.
I'm going to this place when I go up, alright?
What is that?
It's Miami University. That's what I said. That's what, right?
Go have a seat, please.
Come on.
Matter of fact, go on to the back because you want to be nosy.
No. I just want to tell you.
Shane.
Can I get some super water?
You got to wear my nerves out, and then I'm going to have to wear you out.
I have a question.
Drink it, hush, go. I don't want to add that to my water. Stop doing that for the lid fly open. On this man's nice beige carpet, okay?
Okay.
It's not beige, it's night tan.
Beige and tan are synonymous, okay?
No. Beige is night
Shame.
tan.
I was gonna call Adrian. Girl, they worrying me to death about this Memphis show, niece.
Gonna be the bee's knees.
Girl. And then, okay, were you able to speak? Good day, thinkers, thought leaders, progressives, and dreamers. I'm Craig, the writer Stewart, and this is the Patreon version of So Much to Say. These are my thoughts and my voice on black shit, white shit, gay shit, and everything in between. Were you able to talk to Henri today or reach out to him?
I'm gonna call him tomorrow.
Yeah, that's fine. Now, because we're printing all of the cards, it might be better to just maybe. Where is his training? His thing? What city? Is his?
The meats? They're in Cobb County.
Yeah, that ain't gonna work either. What I was gonna say was since we're having all of the cards printed,
Go ahead.
it might. What? How many?
No, how are they packaged?
Well, what he does is he boxes them up, but he individually does each card, so like they're all separated. You know what I mean? So like the L1, L2, like they're all separated, the breakup. But what I was thinking was if we could maybe try to set up a meeting. Well, when I did the entire line before, I just met him. So that he ain't trying to ship me that whole thing because I don't know how much that shipping gonna cost.
Okay. I mean, I don't have a problem going to pick it up.
But he in downtown Norcross. And that's why I was saying like...
Oh, is he? You don't eat chicken, but...
Oh, you trying to coordinate to go over there and eat some... Oh, so you want to go over to downtown Norcross?
Well, no. Like, they got... pre-vegan days.
Yeah.
Did you ever go to Chase's?
Never heard of it, but I'm going to tell you where I did used to go is that place. It's a Mexican place, and they have this fried chicken over there on Beaver Highway.
Next to
Pollo Comprero, something Comprero. And they sell the horchata, which is like the Mexican cinnamon milky drink.
No, Chase's, they got these buffalo chicken muffins.
So it got chicken in it.
Buffalo chicken dip inside the muffins.
Where is this place?
It's in Old Norcross.
That's where he is. He's in Old Norcross. But that's what I'm saying. It doesn't have to be tomorrow. You know what I'm
So-
saying? Because even if the site goes up Friday or Saturday, we still got time to get the cars and ship them out.
So, with the rest of the week, it's looking like I probably won't be able to get them to Sunday.
That's
I
fine.
have an appointment at 11:30. I saw some stuff on Facebook that I signed up to go get.
Where is that?
It's in Peachtree City.
Girl, she going south. So then, like, but see, the thing is, he lives in Decatur, so you may be able to, unless you're just trying to go over there and get the buffalo chicken thing. But he lives in Decatur, so it may be a thing where you may be able to just meet him
Yeah.
somewhere in the city and then, get him that way. Either way,
Okay.
just let me know how you coordinate so I can just compensate you for doing that part of it too. You know what I'm saying? Meeting him. But, so he said they'll be ready tomorrow. So just touch base with him tomorrow. So like I said, even if you don't get them from him tomorrow, that's fine. Just try to work out a plan with him for, whenever to get them. And then I was going to call Adrian because I need to know.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3,
There's Gio on them again. Hold on.
1. I'm gonna go home. You okay?
Am I spelling this lady's name right? How do you spell Phyllis?
PHYLLIS.
What? See how she spelled hers in this email.
I'm gonna
Caribbean Queen. Yeah.
say about not loving me.
PHYLLIS.
Hey, sit back.
All right. So let me call Adrian real quick. Hopefully he'll answer the phone. Because I really would like to try to get a. You didn't remember to bring the credit letters. Did you get a chance to
I
do that?
did not. I'm sorry.
No problem.
I'm just kind of sure I'll just mail them.
Right. Yeah, that's fine.
I'm gonna eat. Oh, I did not mean it. It's okay.
Um. And then the promo video is gonna be done on Friday.
Okay.
Now, this promo video, I'm gonna, yes, run it through the show, but I want to get it to some specific bloggers to post for me, so it can like all be like activated within a matter of the same, like the first few days. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run it on the Monday night show this coming Monday. If the site is ready and to go, I'm gonna run it Monday, and then I'm gonna reach out to like a few different Instagram people and have them post the thing. My ass then put the commercial on the podcast that dropped Monday, and the damn site ain't even. But see, I thought remember originally I wanted the site to be ready Monday.
But we had that whole discussion about it in case it wasn't. That's okay. Now you're getting the word out so they know, so they can get their excitement up.
Right.
That's what we want.
Right. And then I was thinking today, as a way to encourage them to place their orders, like for the cars, the mug, the say it in the car mugs. I'm gonna, like, when that site is up, that first time that I go live after the site is out, I'm gonna just let them know about the thing that we're gonna. Excuse me. You want me to close that for that sunlight?
No, I need this one.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna post and tell them about how, we're gonna use their pictures in the design on the website. Like if you take a nice picture. But my thing is, I want them to take good pictures. Don't
But
just.
as much as they was going off about that family on the mug, I expect for all of my black people to be out there buying them black people mugs.
Right.
Y'all was trying to read them.
They were. Then you better have some black people on the mug.
Okay. Where's the black people?
But my thing is like I don't want them to just take a picture with the stuff. I want them to be like I want you to actually pose like if you got your mug. I want it to look like real.
And y'all look cute when y'all do it too. We
Yes.
want y'all to look like something.
Have your hair done, baby. Don't be coming in there with your scarf on your head, because girl, we're not putting that on the website. You can't be on there like this.
Out of here.
What was that? Stuff like that. But like if they have a drinking mug, I want them to take a picture with the mug. You know what I'm saying? Like they're actually modeling the mug. You know what I'm saying? Make it look like it makes sense for the site. Or if you have greeting cards, actually hold the greeting card up like you're reading it and have somebody take a picture of you. Make sure your lighting is good, because we're gonna put this stuff on the website.
Not the people who see it.
Girl, he's such a show pony. He needs to be in a play.
It's so trying.
But I am on a plane.
It's the Tin Man.
You're the Tin Man. What play? I mean, when is the play? I know what play is The Wizard of Oz.
The Wiz.
The Wiz. Oh, you doing the black one?
Yeah, it's a black school.
Michelle Yaston sent me my little aloe for my skin. For my little bump, my little scars.
That's how my stomach was sounding yesterday and today.
Girl, why he got to walk so hard upstairs? Girl, it took I didn't even get a nap in here today. I'm banging on the ceiling, because it took everything in me not to walk upstairs. Because see, I know who I am, and see, if I had walked up there, I wouldn't have been able to say it in a nice way. Hi, I live downstairs from you. I'm trying to take a nap. Do you think you? I want to go up there and be like, why you gotta walk so motherfucking hard?
That's my upstairs neighbors.
Girl, that shit tears me up.
River dancing. He practiced being a drum major.
It's like, why you walk so hard?
Step practice upstairs. They jump rope.
Ever since he moved in.
Oh, he a new neighbor?
He been up there about a year, I guess. Or longer. Like, it just gets on my nerves.
Stop it, please.
Girl, I think this is kind of drying these out. Because they feel a little dry today after I put this on here earlier. Every chance I get, I'm going to put some of this on here. Every time I think about it.
Those are your war wounds. You're supposed to get rid of those.
Girl, no, I want to get rid of these, girl. Because they still sensitive.
Isn't it?
Yes. Like when hot water hit it, or if I bump it up against something, it's tender. Like the nerves are still raw up under there or something. All right, so yeah, you can mail the credit letters. That's fine. And let me know, like you know what I'm saying? Let me know when you do that. So then I could do an hour and a half for that or whatever. Okay. And then let me text Agent since he didn't answer.
Mom, I now know what 32 times 2 is.
I believe you.
Oh shit. So the weight restriction on them little scooters is 242 pounds. I think she might weigh more than that.
I don't know who you're talking about, but
One of Angela's friends.
I need to get my hair done.
Let me text in Adrian.
I want to ask supervision.
Mm-mm. So what you think about this whole Jussie charges being that long side charges being dropped? Yeah.
Girl, I mean, my thing, I think people on my live, because like they were going in last night in the comments, I'm not saying that I want the boy to go to jail. I've never said that. I just simply said I don't believe he's innocent. Like I have no leg in the race. Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now with R. Kelly, I want him to go to jail. But with Jussie, I don't know why people keep calling him Jesse. His name is
Jussie. His parents
Jussie.
did it wrong. He was supposed to be an E and not a U.
But I mean, I'm not sitting here campaigning for him to go to jail. Mm-hmm. I just simply don't. I'm not fooled by the story.
I heard an alternate theory, not a theory.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what I heard, but I'm gonna have to shut this off. But I'm gonna tell you what I heard.
So someone said that they spoke.
And this came from Miss Lawrence on the show.
I think it was. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I know him in real life.
Gilbert Arenas was talking, and he said he asked his lawyer why was the charges dropped, and he was saying that because nothing really happened, and it wasn't it wasn't a crime per se, like it was a victimless crime. And he was saying that's why, like, when all of them, like Barbecue Becky and all of them people, when they call the police on black folks, that's why nothing happens.
But that's different, though.
No, wait. But he was saying because it's a very slippery slope. Because then when it comes to, like, real victims, and if whomever actually did it doesn't get found guilty, what happens to them? Like, that's kind of like what he was saying. He was like, so with crimes like that, they usually let the person on.
But but here's the thing, like the distinction between like white folks, because I said this one day on one of them lives, the distinction with white folks calling the cops on black folks that aren't really committing a crime, I think that there should be some sort of a punishment, but that's not a crime to call 911. It's a crime to say that somebody committed. I mean, it's a crime to accuse somebody of doing something and to have the police investigating, using resources and that kind of thing.
But the same thing happens to women who file or say.
Well, that's what I was about to say. Now, a woman who says that she's been raped that hasn't been raped, now that's what Jussie did. Now, that's similar. Now, those are instances where women, and I'm not just going to say white women, because a lot of black folks are like, well, white women have claimed, black men have, because it ain't just white women that have done it. Women, period, in some instances have claimed that men have raped them and they weren't punished, and I think that they should be as well.
Or even like that lady that called and said Chris Brown was outside.
Exactly.
But then he was saying, but like, if you charge them, then people who actually do stuff, if they don't get found guilty, what happens to the person that actually, you know what I mean?
Right.
So they were saying like it was kind of like a slippery slope.
Right. So with him, like again, like I'm not sitting around campaigning feeling like, oh yeah, he need to go to jail. This is a mess. No, I've never said that, but I've always maintained, oh no, he did this. His hands are not clean. Right. But I'm not sitting here like, oh, he needs to go to jail. Now, on the other hand, with R. Kelly, oh yeah, he needs to go to jail. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I feel about it.
But go under the jail.
Right. But like all of the people who are like, oh yeah, I'm glad he got off, talking about Jussie. I don't care if he got off or didn't, because I mean, it was painless. Yes, there were some resources that were spent in Chicago that I feel like they could have taken that money and put towards the Chicago school system, like the inner school, like the money that they spent on them people investigating this, on their salaries, and sending policemen looking for stuff like that. Money could have been used. That money could have, not to say that they would have, but I'm just thinking in a perfect world that money could have been better spent.
Right.
So that's all I was saying about it. I'm just not fooled by his story.
Even with that, all them police officers that covered up that
Laquan McDonald.
They need to be charged.
Right. I mean, and
a whole lot of resources was wasted.
And I also agree that the police department in Chicago didn't demonstrate the same kind of outrage when that boy was killed, Laquan McDonald. True. So I'm not saying that the police department is not corrupt. See, my thing is people hear what they want to hear. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? They extract what they want to extract from what you say. I've never said that the police department, period, and whether you're talking about Chicago or wherever, I've never said that the police departments are flawless.
Right.
They definitely are flawed. And then here's the other piece. Somebody emailed me yesterday. Now, I don't know if you in my... Girl, here come Madison and Gio again. Let me forward this contract, then I'll finish my statement. Girl.
Move your face. Why are you right here? Down. No, you can't have my phone. You had a phone and it got taken away. Go sit down and play.
She's clothing him all on the Patreon. So look,
excuse us.
Oh.
Come here.
Look. Now
All
she,
is well.
now she coming back ready. I don't need Denzel screen recording, honey, sending it over to CPS, girl. But I did a post, I think it was yesterday, and I said, I'm gonna read it to you because then I'm gonna share with you what somebody sent me. Hold the line. Wait a minute, I gotta get to it, y'all. Hold on. Y'all so impatient. Wait, no, we just sitting here. So I had posted, was it yesterday? 2 days. Yeah, yesterday. So I remember the one that I said, good day thinkers, thought leaders, progressives, and dreamers. These are my thoughts in my voice, black shit, white shit, gay shit, and everything in between. I woke up with a couple thoughts I'd like to share with gay men. Jacked and Grindr could be amazing resources to find love, a source for professional networking, even friendship. But we've chosen to reduce them to just sex. Now, I'm not on those apps because I understand the chore, the labor of sifting through those apps to find that one needle in the haystack of men that wants more than sex. But I don't doubt the potential or possibility to find love there. But if we stop seeing those apps as just entertainment, because oftentimes when you're on those apps, people write in their profiles, they'll say, oh, this is just entertainment for me. I don't take this seriously. But if something great comes along, then cool. I'm just afraid to be naked, just afraid to be, not afraid to look too interested. So they always put on their sites or their profiles, this is just entertainment. So I said, but if we stop seeing those apps as just entertainment or a place to find quick sex, and more as a tool for building and growing our potential, more as a tool for building and growing our potential would be limitless. Change your mind, change your perspective, change your outcome. So then I said, P.S. And for the straight folks reading and judging us, we know you use Christian Mingle, Black People Meet, Tinder, Match, and the old Black Planet for the same purposes with your self-righteous ass. Y'all meet and fuck on the first meeting too, in my Iyanla voice. Call a thing, beloved.
Okay, throw that ass in a prayer circle.
Right. Oh. That's you throwing it in a circle. So I get an email late last night. It's after midnight. So it was actually today. Mm-hmm. And I ain't going to tell y'all who said it. But she says, so she screenshot the last part of my message where I said, P.S. and for the straight folks reading and judging us. And listen to what I said closely. Because I read this and I started to reply to it. But I said, girl, I ain't even about to respond to this. Because it's like, girl, if you misinterpreted what I don't want to get in the habit of is trying to chase and respond to every instance where somebody misunderstands because I can only be as clear as I can possibly be.
Right. But
there will always be somebody who will misinterpret or misunderstand what you said, and I can't chase every misunderstanding. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So I was just like, I ain't about to respond to this. Plus, it was late. So she screenshot the part where I said, P.S. and for the straight folks reading and judging us, we know you use Christian Mingle, Black People Meet, Tinder, Match, and the old Black Planet for the same purposes with your self-righteous ass. Y'all meet and fuck on the first meeting too. In my Iyanla voice, call a thing, beloved. So she says, here she go. Good day thinkers, thought leaders, progressives, and dreamers. After reading your thoughts of yesterday, I emerged with a fairly lengthy reflection. She thought she was getting me all the way together, okay? I would be seriously remiss in overlooking my heartfelt disappointment with your choice of harsh wording within the postscript in the PS section of the message, right? There are many heterosexual Christians, myself included, who are honestly trying to embrace the nature and character of Christ. First of all, girl, I didn't say anything about Christians. I said heterosexuals. I didn't even address Christians, so that's where she went wrong. She was so busy thinking I was trying to step on Christian folks' toes. All I said was, we know you use Christian Mingle. I didn't say for all of the Christians out there and all of the saints. I did not say that. So she says, There are many heterosexual Christians, myself included, who are honestly trying to embrace the nature, character of Christ. Many of us are learning to demonstrate our faith and love of Christ, neighbor, fellow disciples, and our enemies. I haven't dedicated any significant importance as to how I started following first T.S. Madison and then you. And of course, I've never discussed the darkness of my depression in which I engaged during the holiday seasons. I learned of T.S. Madison and tears shed during a live feed, and from curiosity, I Googled and clicked on that particular video, and shortly thereafter, all of her other shenanigans. I struggled with lack of understanding and limited knowledge, but through research, I first discovered T.S. was not her first name. Now, girl, did you really think T.S. was her first name?
Where is all this going? I'm
Right.
sorry, my attention span.
Girl, listen, because there's 3 more paragraphs, so hold
my
on.
God.
Was not her first name, and those enormous breasts, a direct result of her limited sex reassignment. Girl, this is just judgmental all in it. In other words, you still got to dig, but you got her limited sex
My
reassignment.
thing is, for her to start off about her being a Christian, she sure is judgmental.
And girl, I didn't say anything about, my PS postscript had nothing to do with Christians, girl. That was about heterosexual people, straight people, because sometimes straight people think, oh, y'all use those apps to just get on there for sex? Because I got a homegirl from college that used to get on Match.com and she would meet a guy.
Shit, they get on LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook.
Come on, somebody.
WhatsApp, Kick. Before they took away, what was that? Tumblr, Twitter.
Right. And then one of my homegirls that I grew up with, big, beautiful people, a private Facebook group, big, beautiful women. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they would do the same kind of thing. And it's not just straight people that think that, because there are a lot of I've had a lot of conversation with a lot of gay men who always say, people use these apps. I'm like, well, do you think gay people are the only ones using that? I'm like, straight people do it too. Stop. You obviously don't have a balance of straight and gay friends because you think that this behavior is exclusive to the gay community. You are mistaken.
But can we do the Cliff Notes version?
Okay, let me just scan through it.
Yes, please.
So then she says...
Because she lost me at I'm a good Christian.
Right. So then she says, within each of those intense moments filled with much despair and trying to understand what was true, not in the eyes of man, but in the eyes of Christ, I pondered and attributed my decisions to embrace and enjoy those stolen moments of laughter to those mandated expectations of how Christ truly intended his people to share and relate one to another. It wasn't until I heard her singing, Holy Ghost Got Me Shouting, that my spirit became filled with my own truths, and finally I observed a glimpse of hope and sincerest look of love in the eyes of T.S. Madison, speaking to some unknown person. I would learn it was her best friend. For the first time, I saw love in another person's eyes. For every video viewed thereafter, I guess she meant sung. I sung, danced, laughed, and cried. I found the interaction between the two of you respectful and pure delight to witness. You tend to use your broadcast as teachable moments. This is the last paragraph. You tend to use your broadcast as teachable moments, and your books not only speak volumes, they screamed vibrant colors of life's similarities. No matter how you may truly feel, please know and believe there are many Christians who remain non-judgmental, because we understand that our colorful journeys are intricately interwoven. We are all breath. Girl, I don't know what she's saying here. She says, we are all breath, bleed. She's trying to say breathe. Okay, we all breathe. Okay, breathe has an E on the end. That's why I said breath. So don't think I can't read, okay? We all breathe, bleed, and have innate human needs, no matter our sexual preferences or orientation. Sometimes with a little help, educational resources, patience. Now, I'm not reading her, but I'm stumbling because she put patience like a patient in a doctor's office. Mm. Those are homonyms, niece. They sound alike, but they're spelled differently. And they have two different meanings. So that's why I read patience, because it's like a doctor's patient. So anyway, and understanding, even the self-righteous will discover what it means to become a true disciple of Christ. Peace and blessings. And then she signed her name. Now, I'm going to reply to this because I really... I'm not going to be in a position where I'm going to always be able to reply to all of these messages.
You should just reply, reading is fun.
I'm not going to do that. I'm going to reply, but it's going to be a very brief. I'm going to say hi there, and I'm going to say her name, And I'm gonna put a little smiley face, you know what I'm saying? And then I'm gonna say, I was never addressing Christians. I said heterosexual people. I'm not sure how you arrived at Christians. Like
that
I was not.
email was uncalled for and long-winded. Okay, I'm shocked that you read it because I probably.
Well, I didn't read it. I just read it just now. I only read the first couple lines, and I put it down.
Yes.
This is my first time reading it. And then because when she said all that, I said, "Oh, girl, she didn't even read she didn't even get what I said," so I put it down.
I just, people will take out a whole lot of time to write in.
I'm replying to her now.
Say absolutely nothing. She had 3 paragraphs worth of nothing. It didn't tickle my fancy. I didn't feel enlightened. I didn't even say, "Ooh, she had a good point." In my head, I went to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was. I don't understand people. Like I don't even know what the purpose of the email was. I'm just spent.
Right.
I just don't know why. Let's see.
The post was 2 gay men, and I.
When a person starts talking while they're typing, they about to go in.
Right, you get them together. You low key get them together.
Now, what I said.
Now, what I had said was, niece, had you read? Because the subtext is, had you read? Oh, he in the back.
He has been trying my nerves as of late, and I am having to get myself in order.
And then I'm just going to put a little smiley face at the end. But I ain't replying no more after this. Knees. Girl, these emails be coming through here. Like, to be honest with you, I'm really at the point where I'm about to have you start. I've been thinking about it for the past few days. I'm like, I'm going to have her start looking at some of these messages. Girl, them messages be coming through Facebook. Because it's like
they don't get them, thank you. Come again.
Right.
Email.
Because my thing is, like, I got another email yesterday. Somebody else. Watch this. She says, and I'm going to share this other one with you guys that I did not post because it was too long, so I'll read it. But anyway, here was another message that came up yesterday, 10 o'clock. Hey, Craig, the writer. She says, I'm going to be honest. I'm an artist, so I get caught up in my passion, and sometimes I go too far. I want to apologize if I was doing too much by sending you my number. Now, I don't know where she sent her number. She may have sent it in a previous email, and I may have overlooked that part. I don't know. But she says, I realize that I watch your channel, so I feel like I know you. But you don't know me. It's so rare to meet people of substance, and I got excited. Listen, I know you are one of the kids, and I definitely wasn't flirting or anything, laughing out loud. I felt so embarrassed when I thought about it. P.S. You and Keon should do your own weekly show. You two are a mess. Laughing out loud. Have a great night. Now, I don't know where she sent that message. I mean, I think seemed like I remember I've read an email before where she said Craig, the writer. But I think I just answered whatever but I don't remember her. I think she just, but see, sometimes they put their phone number in there, I think, because they feel like, well, if you need to ask me something, because I think she had ordered something maybe. But anyway, I didn't interpret it as her trying to flirt. Like, I didn't see it as that. But my thing is, these orders so many emails come through because, like, people, they messaging me about putting stuff on the docket for the Monday show. So I'm sifting through that. People messaging me, how do I get your books? What's your cash app? What's the best way for me to do it? And then...
How is it that they asking you how to get your book and what's your cash app? Are they not reading?
And I put it in every single correspondence that I do. Every single time I do a post.
And Lola get them together on the live.
Lola posted.
They posted on the YouTube.
And then, honey, he messaging me every time I look up. I can't even keep up.
Y'all got to realize that...
What was his... I ain't going to tell you who it was. But what was his first email? He was like, I've never bought them before, but I want you to top me. Or something like that. Like, I get messages like that. Like, I don't even respond to that.
It's your fault. You need to turn this sexy off, okay?
What did I do? But my thing is, like, I haven't even, like, my thing is, like, especially on Instagram, I don't even open those messages. Because, on Instagram, even on Facebook now, you can open those messages and read them, and they not know that you've opened them. I got like 80-some DMs over here on Instagram. But my thing is, if they're not asking me, how do I get the book? I don't answer them. So, like, here's one that came. Now, this one I did answer. Here's one that came yesterday. I'm going to read this. And I usually don't even go into all these, but I just felt like he really needed an answer. So I just went on and responded to him. Now, here we go. Yesterday at 7:33 a.m. Girl, I don't know where these people get time to be writing up these long-ass emails. So he says, well, Mr. Craig, I need you to work on me because I have been reaching out to fix my life. Can you fix my life, please? Laughing out loud. Just read your profile. Because on my Instagram profile it says, the work that Iyanla does for women is the work that I do for gay men. So he said, laughing out loud, just read your profile, but I'm so serious, brother. I need fixing and healing. I said, hey there, what's the matter? So then he sends me this long message. He says, and I started to post it, but I didn't feel like y'all were going to read it. I was going to post it on my Facebook. But I felt like his part was so long. So he says, okay, so I want to try and understand my problem in relationships because for one, I have a great man that I was supposed to get married to, but for some reason I get ticked out. I think he means ticked off. He says I get ticked out for the little things and the argument starts small and condescending, but then ends up in an uproar. So then he says, a little backstory on our relationship. We have been together on and off for 6 years this time. We actually kicked it off right. He and I are great friends, and most of the time we are cool and laughing. Back in April, I moved back to New York City. Girl, this is a complete run-on sentence, okay? So I'm looking for where the periods and stuff would go. So he says, back in April, I moved back to New York City to film a movie. He said film a moved, but I think he means a movie. We ended up meeting. You see, y'all think I can't read. No, he can read quite well. Well, it's these emails. Filming a movie. We ended up meeting up, and he proposed in July. Since the engagement thing have went downhill. We were planning a January wedding that went south because we couldn't agree. He's supposed to say then, but he put then. Then in November, I was diagnosed with vascular cancer, stage 3, and I had 3 tumors. Now have two that need to be removed. So we ended up pushing the wedding in whole back until I'm able to walk again. I just want my husband and my attitude to stop. I start therapy, but that wasn't helping for my relationship for my bipolar. Yes. I don't know what bipolar yes means, but so then I said to him, I didn't respond right away. I let it sink in for a minute, and then I went back. Because I was really trying to decide if I was going to respond to it, if I was going to open it up.
You shouldn't even say what's wrong. That was your fault. Go ahead. I'm listening.
So I said, but see, there's going to come a time that's why I said it's real coming soon that I'm going to have you help go in these emails.
No, it's because you nosy, so you be wanting to know.
No, because they message me stuff like this all the time. And sometimes I just be like, girl, I'm busy today. Like today I was busy. Like I didn't go to the gym today. So anyway, but like I'm gonna have to give you access like to my personal one because they be messaging me on my personal one, and then they be messaging me and like you don't have to worry about the Queen Supreme Court stuff messages, but just the stuff that deals with here come Madison calling, just the stuff that deals with say it in the card, the books. Hold on. Hello? What's up?
Take me a little light nap, girl. This medication got me spinning, girl.
Okay, girl, that high blood pressure. Girl, that don't make no sense, girl.
Trying to take me down,
girl, you better change that diet, girl. That salty stuff.
Bitch.
What happened?
You done blocked this girl because she said she done text you.
I did not block her. I didn't block the girl. Like, how do I look to see if I blocked her?
You go to her name and it'll say unblock her.
I don't even have her saved in my phone, though. That's what I'm saying. So, like, hold on.
You go ahead. Let me get him moving. I have to hit the grocery store.
Okay. Let me see. Where is her number?
I said she say call her like 7:45.
Oh, pardon me.
She call you, it goes straight to voicemail.
Well, how did I end up blocking her? I mean, I'm looking to see now, but I mean, hold on.
You go and you unblock contact.
Because I never even saved her number.
Yeah, that's probably what happened.
So how do I unblock it? Because I don't even have her saved. But she ain't a contact.
I know.
So where do I go to do that? You looking on your phone now?
Well, I ain't blocked nobody.
No, I'm saying you looking to tell me how to do it because I don't have her saved. So how you block some? I mean, I know you can block somebody that's not saved, but how do I see my block?
Go to the text messages and then go where you text her. Go to the arrow up there like you want to save her.
Yeah.
Does it show that you can unblock it?
Go to information. Oh, I did block her. It says unblock this caller. I must have, you know what? I must have did it when you sent me her information. Hey there. Girl, I must have blocked you by mistake.
Text her.
I'm texting her now.
Yes.
Because when you sent me that screenshot, I'm like, I ain't getting none of the messages she sent me. I must have blocked you by mistake. I'm sorry. It must have happened. Oh, wait a minute. Happened when I was trying to save you in my contacts. Oh my God. I was like, what are you talking about? Because that first message that I sent her was green. I was like, she ain't got no iPhone. This is green. All right, well, I just sent her a message. Madison.
She just called me. She was like, Maddie, what I did to Craig? I said,
Girl, I didn't even like when you sent it over to me, I clicked right on the contact and I sent her that first message and I must have hit blocked at that point. I don't know. But I just sent her a message though.
I'm glad I'm the only dragon you all right with, because y'all
Girl, shut up.
baby, y'all be cute, do not live for us dragons.
You need to stop. that was an innocent mistake.
Y'all are really a part of dividing our community. Y'all, it's always y'all gym girls.
You so crazy. Shut up. All right, bye, girl.
Listen, y'all gym girls don't like the dragon. Ooh!
Right, you so crazy.
Now listen, I'm gone. I had hit you the other day because, child, you know, Lee Davidson extended me this.
I had to cut that off because there was some private business, girl, we were talking about, girl. I couldn't have that all on the Patreon. But so what I said to the guy was, Nikki about to leave, y'all. I said, I don't know enough about your story or his perspective of things, but my first instinct is that you don't trust that good can happen to you. You don't believe you deserve the full bounty that comes with love. You're waiting for him to let you down, disappoint you. So you're punishing him now with snappy, disparaging remarks in advance of him hurting you. You're anticipating him hurting you, so you're behaving badly. Or perhaps you're subconsciously pushing him away because you're afraid he'll leave you as you go through your health stuff. Whichever the case, you need to get control of those negative thoughts that cause you to act out because he will leave. You have to enjoy him and it while you have it. Nothing lasts forever. Not because we have to break up because someone cheats or they leave us physically. Rather, because we all die. Sit in it and enjoy it. Because whatever the end result is, it's intended to grow you. And so then he said, wow, I'm going to really intake this advice. It's on the nose.
I think when people are sick, though, they do become
mean.
Yeah,
they sometimes can be mean.
My mama was a humdinger.
Right, and even like Nene and Greg, like she said he mean, you know. Mm-hmm. But I think they sometimes start feeling sorry for themselves.
And I think they're angry.
They're angry at their situation, yeah. Right? It's not so much you know what I'm saying? They just upset about that, you know. But I'm like, you got to get that under control. So Adrian said the site will be ready. He texted while I was on here. He said the site will be ready Friday.
Okay. We'll see. I will, did you make that call that I called you about yesterday?
No, I got to call them.
It was a hard...
Right, I got to call them.
Tomorrow. Stop putting it on.
Yeah, we'll be able to start processing orders either tomorrow or Friday, niece. Right. So, yeah, don't forget to coordinate with Henri because we got... All right, look.
On my to-do list.
You got all of the packages?
Yes.
That need to go out?
Oh, Lord, you ain't about to
Right. All right, well, so I'll see you, what, maybe Friday, maybe?
Yeah,
Well, we'll see.
I don't know what time I came over Sunday. Whatever time you got off the phone with Dr. Young.
Girl, what were you here, about 2 hours? I don't even remember,
I
child.
don't remember either. It's your fault. I mean, we did a whole Patreon.
I know, I don't remember. Cause you came over Sunday and we were doing we got the credit stuff together. We did the emails. Okay.
Driving.
Nothing. When I saw your DM on Instagram, I just remembered that you had called me earlier and I didn't call you back.
I thought you were doing hello dreamers, thinkers, lesbians.
Good day, thinkers, thought leaders, progressives, and dreamers. No, I do that at 9 o'clock at night, girl.
Oh. Hello, Ficky, and Fan.
Hey, Figgy.
BFF, big fucking faggot.
What is it?
BFF, big fucking faggot.
Girl, you did.
BFF, thank you, big fucking.
BFF, big fucking faggy. Girl, your phone went silent. What happened?
I said, put that in your play. Hey, you my BFF, thank you, big fucking faggot.
You so fucking stupid. What's going on, knees?
Everybody.
I be so glad when you get comfortable, bitch, because the world needs to see that character. But everybody, what now?
They see this character. And
What?
I'm fucking I just ain't got no titties in the dick. That's the same character you work with every day.
You just ain't got no titties and a dick.
Yeah. Well, I ain't got no dick.
Who the character? You talking about Madison?
I'm DJ Madison.
I just got off the phone with that dragon.
Listen, everybody's calling me. So what you got to say? You want to apologize?
About Jussie?
My mother said, no, I ain't apologize to no fucking Jesse. I apologize to OJ, and I ain't gonna apologize to Jesse. They both did it.
Wait a minute, wait, who called you and said that?
My mother.
My mother.
I said, you not gonna apologize? She said, hell fucking no. I ain't apologize to OJ, and I ain't gonna apologize to no motherfucking Jesse. They both did it.
I know that's right. Right, my thing is, and like, you know, of course, yesterday before I went live, people kept inboxing me, you know, that he was innocent,
No, he's not innocent. He's been cleared of charges.
Exactly, there's a difference, you know what I'm saying? And my thing is, I think people felt like I was campaigning for him to go to jail. I'm not campaigning for the boy to go to jail. I just said I didn't believe that he was innocent, and I still don't believe he was innocent. I don't give a damn if he got off or not.
In the words of Obama, let's be clear. You mean to tell me that your trainer, who you paid the check to, beat you up, and they saw you outside of a subway, and they said, hey, aren't you that Empire faggot? But you wrote me a check for $3,500 a week ago?
Child, it don't even make sense. None of it, okay? And just the people who are just gullible enough to even believe that shit, like...
They say people who believe President Trump is innocent. Okay, President Trump has been proven innocent with no collusion of Russia. You think he's innocent too?
That's what I said last night.
Child.
I'm like, I'm not buying it.
People, what you not gonna... No, I'm not apologizing. No motherfucker, just kiss my ass.
Okay.
And I ain't watching Empire either. EVA.
Eva. I think this was the kind that I had. I was trying to order these.
That bitch moisturizes this because you look like a glowing egg.
I look like a glowing egg, girl.
Egg, yes.
Yeah.
You look good. You look good.
Thank you. You know, I try to.
She keeps that wave cap on.
Baby. Girl, yeah, she off the line.
Hold the line.
Call her, hold the line.
That's that girl from Boomerang. I can tell by her voice.
Sydney Star?
That's Sydney Star? I thought that was that bitch from Boomerang. You watch Boomerang, the show?
No, I haven't watched it. I heard it was horrible.
Oh, regurgitation.
Is it horrible? But no. You know what I heard was horrible? I heard that American Soul was horrible. Boomerang is not good either?
The writing is okay, but the It's not believable. So Sydney Star is the one that slept with Chingy.
A trans girl?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's her.
So I have a friend who is fine as shit. 8 straight. But he was like, D, I don't fuck with no faggots. I said, okay.
Were you giving him this or were you giving him boy?
Oh, he knows me.
Okay. Oh, so he knows you're a lady.
Lady. You were more than just a fag. You were a lady. No. Bitch.
Girl, when I say I hate you.
I know you love me. So he said, I hate fags, but I love trannies. I don't get it. What's the point? What's the difference? He was like,
No.
nothing like seeing,
Go ahead. What did he say?
he said, nothing like seeing a beautiful ass fucking bitch, but I like to play with their dick. I was like, I don't get. Of course, with T.S., I've seen them videos, and she be fucking them boys down. But I'm like, what do they get out of that?
Well, you know, do you remember when I did the show the first time? And remember the guy that was doing the music? His name was Mario. He was dating Jasmine. He died, girl. God rest his soul, girl.
A little bit.
No, not a little bit. Little bit was, no, that was the love of her life. His name was Mario. And he was a dark brown guy. And I think he would twist his hair a little bit, but he ain't have like full on locks.
I think I dated him. I dated the guy who played, but he was in the show and I was in the show. Okay, Yo Mario. I don't remember him.
Well,
He dated Jasmine.
he dated Jasmine. Jasmine dated him after a little bit and all that. So long story short, he and I had a conversation because, we would go to rehearsal and stuff like that. And like we would have conversations after the fact. And I will never forget, he said to me one day, Craig, he said, no, I would never, he was dating Jasmine. He was like, I would never date a guy, Craig. He said, like, you're attractive and all that. He said, but you look like a boy. It's like, so for him, it was like, if you look like a boy, that's a boy. He said, but Jasmine, he said, I know what she has down there. He said, but she looks, at first glance, ostensibly, she looks like a woman. And so it's a mental thing for some of them. And do you watch Pose?
Yeah.
Do you remember when the one who I don't know the one that's the horrible acting girl, the one that got the dick cut off, and then the white guy was coming to the hotel. He had her put up in an apartment somewhere, and he told her, "Why'd you get it cut off?"
Pepper the Beja character.
Yes. So like,
okay, yeah.
Some of them, like these men who date trans girls, Bobby Valentino, like they like.
So is that proven?
Girl. All I'm gonna say is the streets have told me that the girls have known about Bobby Valentino for years. Okay.
Okay, I believe it.
And so that ain't
I
nothing
believe
new.
it. Because the trannies I know always say, well, once you get enough money, and get your little stuff cut off. Get your little stuff.
But that's the thing. Like Madison, for example. Madison said she would never cut her. She said, why? She said, that's how I made my money. And it's just like on the show. Girl, stop digging in your nose. You nasty. You ain't got no tissue in the car?
I had a
girl, no, you went in. You rounded the nostril.
No, this is going
girl, no, you rounded the nostril, girl.
Like
girl, you need to wash. Girl, you need to wash your hands, girl.
PG County faggot. Let's finish the story, PG County. No, you Baltimore City. I'm not even giving you that.
I'm not PG County, girl. I'm Baltimore City, girl.
Yeah.
But like on that show, remember when she cut her thing off, that man who was taking care of her on the show, he was like, oh no, I'm done, and he left. But Madison's thing was, back in the day, she was like, no, that's how I made my money. Because when she was doing porn, she's like, that's how I made my money. Like, why would I cut that off? But there are men who who are okay with trans girls who don't have their penis, who want a woman, but a lot of them, they want a trans woman to still have her penis, like they want to play with it, or they want to be fucked, or like whatever.
That's so crazy.
Yeah.
But to each his own.
It's just like There's a guy who comes over to the show that I met, you know, because he comes to the show, and he does porn. But he's girl, wait, what in the world? Girl, this can't be right.
What?
Girl, I'm over here trying to order. Girl, I'll say this in a second. But anyway, I may have to order this here. Send this here. But
Does porn.
he does porn. Sorry, yeah, because I'm trying to do two different things. He does porn, and he only wants to fuck trans men. So a woman who was born a woman, but she lives her life as a man.
I think I'm into that too.
He prefers fucking trans women more than he does a gay boy.
Why though?
I don't know. But to me, that's not really gay because biologically she was born a woman.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
You know, your show, the trans man,
Yeah.
baby,
He fine, bitch.
bitch. He can. No, I don't think he can get it, but I'll definitely fuck him.
But see, but even in the case of him,
You don't want to fuck no man.
he don't want to fuck no man. No, and he don't want to be inserted either.
Oh, caller. We don't have a plan. So he wants to insert.
Yeah, like he has a girl. Like he's into women.
Oh.
Yeah, he's into women.
And I can see how, because I have it's a girl here. She is beautiful. She's Latina and black, and she looks like a man. But baby, she showed me a picture. She has a coochie. She's a coochie.
She got a
I'm
white
like,
girl.
nah, a coochie.
But yeah, but he showed me like a little bit of his video on his phone, like one of his porns, and he is fucking the shit out of this bald head lesbian woman.
Oh,
She
he
has,
does porn too?
yes. I told you he comes to the show. He does
Oh,
porn,
I mean-
but I know him because he comes to the show.
I'm talking show.
Huh?
I thought you were talking about the guy that was on your show, the one.
No. He doesn't do porn, child. He makes tattoos and he works at Papa John's or somewhere. No, I'm talking about the guy that comes to the show. The guy, the male, the guy that was born male.
The hormone stuff help you lose it gives you testosterone or some shit.
Well, the hormones that trans girls use is estrogen because that's what women naturally produce. And that gives them that softer look so their shoulders and their hands aren't as hard looking. You know, it softens their edges and stuff. But with trans men, they're actually taking testosterone. The hormones that they take is a testosterone because that's what men naturally produce. So that's how he got that beard. That's how his voice got heavier. Because he said his voice wasn't always that heavy. Mm-hmm.
Yes. Could you fuck a trans man?
You know, I look at him because I think he's very attractive. But when I think about when we actually get naked, like no, I wouldn't be. And he don't have breasts anymore because he had the breasts removed. But
You can eat his ass, but
I could do what, girl?
you can eat his ass.
She telling me what I could do.
You got somebody in there?
No, that's how I always do. You know how I be talking. You know how I be talking to the side. Ain't nobody
You
here.
talking to Lester?
Lester.
Talking to Lester?
Say it. Say it.
I mean, talking to Craig. You talking to Craig like he said, hey.
Yeah, I'm talking to my Lester. But yeah.
I told you.
Now, what I would say is, yeah, no, I think once he undressed, I mean, because he doesn't have breasts anymore. But like the trend, huh?
It's the voice that we in the dark, and I am one. You just want to feel for a dick, but he definitely just ate. I don't know. That means he still got a period.
Well, I don't know because I don't know if the testosterone starts to curve that or not.
Ooh.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I think over time, and then you know some of them will. I don't know if I think a hysterectomy will prevent you from having a period after a while. Will it? I think.
Yeah,
So some of them will go.
Yeah.
Right. Some like on the last podcast that I did with him, he said he was gonna go in and have all of that stuff taken out because, he didn't want that.
And I remember, and there's only one case on record that a trans man got pregnant.
Yeah, I remember that. Weren't they on Oprah?
Yeah, Oprah. That's how I remember about it.
Yeah.
And it was like, my man's pregnant, but he wasn't really a man. He was actually trans.
Right, he was that, right.
All the equipment thereof.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he's talking about having that removed.
Dre said,
Who is
Dre?
Dre?
That's the guy who likes trans women. He
Uh-huh.
was like, he said, honestly, I see a beautiful woman, but the first thing I want to do when I see a tranny is, or cross, and then also there's a difference between cross-dressers and a tranny. To me, a cross-dresser doesn't have titties. A tranny does.
Yeah, because to me, cross-dresser and drag queen are synonymous.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Because tranny to me you have the appearance, you have the look.
You live your life as the opposite sex, yeah.
Right. And he said, the first thing I do, he said, when I hooked up with a girl, I hooked up on an app. And I said to her, I don't want to see your dick. Like, do what you gotta do. She's like, I can talk, whatever. And she looked so real. And our conversation was good. We smoked, we drank. He said the first thing I wanted to do was grab her dick. And I wanted to suck her dick. I said, you sucked her dick? She said, I sucked the skin off that dick.
Girl, what does this man look like?
I'll see your picture when I hang up on this phone.
Is he fine, girl?
Yes, he is, girl. And
Yes, he is, girl.
There's so many, guys. Well, I'm gonna say straight guys. I don't believe in sex. Living here, I don't believe straight and gay. Like, I just think that, we live in, that's what fucking bothers me about the country we live in and the teachings that we have. A woman can do whatever she want to do when it comes to sexuality. A man, well, you will put him in a box in a heartbeat. You can watch a porn and two women eating each other's pussy, sucking each other's assholes, and when that bitch walk outside her house, bitch, you did that. Let me suck a dick and walk outside. You fucking faggot! Am I not right?
Yeah.
I'm waiting for you to say it in the car, bitch. I always see him and he thinks I don't like him. Sidebar. But is that not the truth?
No, that's true.
You said you agree, Paul?
I do agree.
Okay.
But it's like, I just think like it's so interesting because there are legitimate men, and I've learned a lot just from being around Madison. There are men who enjoy being with a trans girl, and I don't really know what to call that because I can't really say that that's gay, because they wouldn't want to be with me or
Why do
you.
we have to call it anything?
That's what I'm saying. Right.
Oh, this is the topic for the show. Why does it have to be a label?
Right. Because there are men who wouldn't sleep with another man, but they would sleep with a trans girl. Now, I know biologically she's a man, but she got breasts and she got a dick.
As my nephew say, ding ding. She has a ding ding, but I think Jasmine still has hers.
Jasmine does.
But I consider her a woman.
Girl, all of them girls that performed at the Monday Night Show still got their penis, girl.
As a matter of fact, I remember, you know who also likes to fuck the little cute young thug boys or the fat boys? That damn Miss Continental, honey. They said she be wearing them little boys out.
Oh yeah. Where'd she give you, girl?
Hamilton Road, get a blunt and come get fucked. That's what she gave me.
Come get a blunt, come get a beer, and get fucked. Oh my God.
Hurry up. Yeah, she gives you those. That bitch also gives me, come to my house, I got a bed in the bag on the bed.
Right. But back in the day when I was doing the play, like she really wanted Jasmine's part. And I remember one time I went over to her apartment. She had a nice little, well, I can't remember really what it looked like.
Why not be little? Black people. She had a nice little.
I don't mean that it was little, but you know what I'm saying. Bitches after 8 o'clock, I gotta jump on this live in a minute. I don't get on till 9. But it's like, girl, like I haven't even figured out what I was gonna eat for dinner.
I'm like, how's it 8 o'clock? Bitch, look at these blue skies.
Right, girl, you in California.